Go check on the kid.
Yeah, that works, of course. Hey, folks, Mr. Justin here with Secret Weapon Miniatures.
I am Jess Rich, also known as Brush Mistress.
And today we're actually joined by my wife, Monica, who's going to be hanging out, actually doing some math work and or scrapbooking in the back. Today's added benefit is for those of you that are watching and find yourselves brand new homeschoolers, she's more than happy to answer some questions on how to help teach your kids algebra while you're getting through this. And hey, Ryan, thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. And let's see, today we are still obviously working on the same set of stuff. I don't need this.
Lights.
Oh. My thing. Hey, Rory Priest has liked the stream. Thank you very much. All right, so let's see. I am still working on my Orky Leman Russ. Everything is nicely cured now. Took this rocket out of here because it didn't like the way it fit, so I'm going to move it, do some different things with the rockets. Cannon is in place on this side now. Clean that up, make it a little more orky. We have our uh-oh, where's our little fire guy? Here's the little guy who's going to be lighting the torch. Give him a little platform here on the front or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's glued. And where's the other thing? I concepted something. Dry fit concept the turret, which is clearly at my butt. I literally just had it. I've been sitting here playing with it because it's such a fun piece. Oh, it's behind my drink. Who'd have thought? So yeah, I'm going to wind up taking the little gunner from the plane kit.
Little gunner.
And putting him in here. I still like the idea of putting an albatross or a stork or something in the back for our piratey theme. Or there's at least going to be a crow's nest or something. Because I want it to be a little piratey. So, and Jess, of course.
I am still working on my fancy burb.
Oh, let me get the focus.
Always goes dark, too.
We don't need that one. We need this one. Close that one. Helps to move the window so you can see what you're doing. You can even get close down if you want. There we go. It's coming right for you.
So all those black lines are going to be covered in metallic mica pigment. But today I'm going to be working on the tree branch because that's the most boring part and I need to get it done.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Miniature Mayhem, hello, and Greg. Always nice to see you.
Hey.
Of course, Greg, you've said hi when Monica is actually out of the room. She's checking on my son, who is finishing up his social studies class right now.
Which is a good one.
Yeah, his
That's
class.
a good class.
Yeah, it always goes well. Yeah, his class has transitioned to distance learning very, very quickly. In the process of getting easier and better every week. Today was the first day my son got praise for having adapted to the technology so well. He's doing a good job of not blurting things out or blocking the camera. That's always nice. But all right, which one of these pieces do I want to work on? Golly, that's the question.
I'm going to do my very best today to not lick my brush.
I'm gonna, before you start, I'm gonna sneak over and grab.
Yes, of course.
Big old double handful of plastic card. I want some.
Go for
it. Texture sheets. I'm at 4 now. No, I'm at
Just
3.
move all the things.
Texture sheets, scrap sheets. That's what I want.
And could you grab my mini well palette on the desk? It's in a silver tin. It's the Stephanie Law palette.
Playing with some plastic.
I'm playing
with
with
a lot of peaches.
Playing with paint spray. Which one is paint spray?
Well, absolutely none of these are my diamond plate ones, so I'm just going to check through my scrap pile here.
I'm going to alleviate my problem and put my paint water right in front of me and my tasty beverage off to the side. Because I keep wanting to dip my brush in my vodka. Which I suspect is a really great way to dry out your Kolinsky sables.
I will probably do it. All right, well, I'll start with just some regular old scrap then. For now, I might even use some brass for this, because I want to play with the turret. And yes, orcs, Joan. I love it. So I think rather than spending a lot of time dry fitting, I'm just going to jump in and get this done. Well, unfortunately, that is my buddy David saying, hey, yeah, your kid can totally join us on Minecraft at 2:30. And I get to say, my kid was not so great for a little while there today. He's not getting as much Minecraft time.
True story.
Hmm.
He had a bad morning.
All right, I've got those. Let me get these finished pieces out of here. I still need to get rid of them.
Yes. I can put those
Somewhere?
on top of the other things that are over here that need to be somewhere else. Yes.
It's almost like the priority was going to be cleaning up this room today.
Well, it was. That was a thought.
That was the plan.
For any of you out there waiting for me to restock my Etsy shop with all of my Adepticon inventory, maybe by Sunday, I decided to do some super sexy boutique shots, and the setup took a while, and I got all the setup done, and then I discovered that the camera battery was dead, and now I've lost all interest and would rather paint.
Good times, good times. That's what I was looking for.
But it's going to be very Jess. There are skulls.
Moss.
It's going to feature a rat skull, a raccoon skull, and a... Ooh, what's the deer from Scotland?
Oh, it's going to bug me now.
I know.
Well, that one. That Scottish deer. Somebody help us out.
Someone name me a tiny Scottish deer.
Robert?
I didn't want a proper noun.
Oh. Always mess this game up. Alright, so before I start gluing the Orky bits in here, I'm making sure I have all of the Imperial bits that I want in place. Still using MEK to do this, like I do.
Still smells great. By great, I mean really awful.
And toxic. Joins the ranks of toxic flammable death liquids I keep in my house.
Well, everyone needs a hobby.
Exactly. I had to collect something. Scottish red deer?
No,
That's even smaller.
I think it's a roe deer. Perhaps a roe deer. It just popped in my head. If someone wants to Google that for me. It's not because I'm lazy, it's just because I'm painting.
I need to tell a buddy and she must get in trouble.
I could just grab my phone. Find out. But I think it's a roe.
In trouble, and I'm doing a live show right now. LOL. It's Seamus' turn.
Okay, well,
to
it's
get in
one of
trouble
those.
today. I'll keep you posted. Well, see, that's awesome. We have two friends. I love living in the 21st century and having spent so much of my gamer life in situations where, you know, my friends were scattered around the globe, whether it was online games or any of my hobbies, from bonsai to miniatures to dance. My friends have always been around the globe. I've been in the habit of talking to them online for decades.
Yes.
So it was an easy thing for me to reach out to, you know, the online Facebook community and say,
It's that guy.
Bink. Hey, anybody got a kid that wants to play with mine? And I've been lucky that several friends reached out. They've had wonderful times together now. It's kind of awesome.
Thank you, Greg. No, I actually, when roe deer popped in my head, it is indeed a roe deer skull, and it came to me from a friend of a friend in Scotland, because I put out an all points bulletin on please send me all of your antlers, and I got a box of skulls. And also some rotting, what are they? What are my rotting creatures?
Possum.
I have some rotting possum. should be ready in about a month to pull out of the grounds while I have his bones.
I'm actually not going to use this. I'll make my own orkier cowl. Because I need more DACA. I'm not going to fit nearly enough DACA in there if I. I think I'm still missing some plain bits. Or not plain, the plain Stompa bits. I may actually have to duck out for a minute and go find some.
Okay.
Just because. DACA,
well, I'm sure I can be hopelessly entertaining while staring at my piece of paper.
Excuse me. Do I have DACA over here? No DACA over there. I only have these 4 DACAs.
Some DACA over here, some DACA over there.
Granted, I can make a pretty good DACA out of that. Put these 2 on the side so they have their belt feeds showing properly. Ooh, actually like that. What's this? What's this?
Looks good.
All 3 of those fit comfortably. But in fact, so comfortably that there's room for more DACA. 2 of these on one side. Is that what's happening here? 2 of each. All right, kids. Is that enough DACA? 4 autocannons. I mean, sure, it's never enough DACA, but for the moment, I mean, I can get carried away and start poking holes in this turret too, for that matter. And I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to put guns coming out the side here.
Yes.
So I think I'm going to take these 2, do that with them, but obviously, you know, cut so that they go forward.
Well, yes.
And then I'm going to start working on the DACA here.
Yes. And yes, Rotting Possum does indeed sound like a metal band. Though it could also be an interesting bebop group.
Zydeco.
Yes. Tonight at Tavern, Rotting Possum.
We'll have you join us tonight.
Please remember to
Rotten Possum, and here a little number for you. We're going to play right now.
Please be sure to tip your waiters. And as always, avoid the fettuccine alfredo.
Yeah. Tip the veal, try your waitress. I've had it, it's great. Oh, there's a DACA.
And agreed, John, you can always have more DACA.
Alright. This is starting to look more like it.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to get a zoom in here and a little focusy focus. So here we are. Grot gunner. These guns are going to come off of the side. 3 guns fit easily right here. I could very quickly turn this into a working weapon. But what do we think? Do we need a little something extra? Is it missing anything? I mean, I need to do something coming off a front point here, but I just planned to orcify a little cowl to put here.
Maybe, actually, instead of, so I know we were talking about the little, essentially the masthead.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you could put the tiny orc skull right there just for decoration. It's not a weapon, but I think it would look cool.
Well, it'd be a lot easier to do
if you can find it. So is that anyone else finding that cleaning an organization is not a priority during all of this?
We keep trying to make it a priority. Usually every time we come back in here and go, man, it's hard to work in here because we haven't cleaned up the last thing. That head is gone missing. Oh, no, there it is. All right. Almost, But if I was going to do that, I'd want to sculpt a more
Yeah. Well.
thing. Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's not dead. It's still a thought in progress. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah, that's how you do it.
What it needed
was a cannon coming out of his mouth.
Cannon coming out of the mouth. All right.
Yeah. You're welcome. For part of the project.
Thank you very much for the inspiration.
Well, you gave me the inspiration for the burp collar, so, you know.
All right, let's see. How much of a cannon? Well, not like that. the guard miniature mayhem says the guardsman in me disapproves of the amount of DACA, so probably the right amount.
Oh, and miniature mayhem, is that in regards to tidying up and cleaning?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna have to build this into the cowl or into the gun shield, but I will do that.
But I think that's going to look fantastic.
Yeah. All right, let me start setting this up. Well, I need to drill these buggers. All right.
Oh, I never made egg salad.
Is that supposed to happen today?
Yes.
No, that can happen tonight. Is that what we're doing for lunch?
It was ostensibly what we were doing for lunch, but
okay.
Now not so much.
Now not so much, yeah.
We have 2 kinds of macaroni and cheese and leftover chicken tenders.
Yes, we do. Yeah, this week my son's schedule has him with an hour-long break between 10 and 11, and then this 15-minute break between 12:45 and 1, and then he's back into school until 1:45.
And we're all like, but lunch.
Next week, they've heard from enough of the parents, apparently, that they've changed it, which we thought was funny because apparently my wife was the first one to say, hey, this really isn't working for Seamus. Like, it's time to eat. And their response was an immediate, sorry, but trying to coordinate this many people is difficult. You'll just have to adjust. And it was like 2 hours later. She said, well, we've heard from enough parents that we're like, yeah, kids got to eat. And they're not going to eat between 10 and 11. That's not.
No.
That is not our post-apocalyptic schedule. It's
not realistic.
Yeah.
It's not realistic. It's not civilized.
It's downright un-American. Yeah, in Miniature Mayhem, I'll say finding time. Yeah, I'm busier than I've ever been. And just today heard from one of our contract clients who gave us 30 days to finish a large fine art piece that they needed copies of. And
oh, we heard from that guy.
Yeah, we heard from Michael today.
What's Michael got to say?
Understands that we've been closed for the last month. I'm like, yeah, no real contract casting has happened in 30 days. I'm trying to get on top of it, but it's just me.
I was really surprised that Michael even reached out. I did not know that.
Yeah, just a little while ago.
Cool.
Drilling. It's very exciting. And I'm still sorry it's happening off camera. There we go.
Do you need more space to be on camera?
I just need to remember to be on camera. I want to make these blocky and uneven because it works.
So I'm being smart with my branch that my bird is sitting on because I don't want the branch to just look like a stick. I want it to harmonize with the rest of the painting, so I'm pulling in colors from the bird into the wood grain, or the bark rather. Because boy, I do love my unified color palettes.
What?
Alright.
I think you're confusing yourself with Jen Haley. I'm waiting for Jen to smack me first. All right.
The universe confuses both of us all the time.
Yes.
It's very frustrating for both of us.
Well, one of my favorite Adepticons was the year Jonathan Bradford and I were both there with big beards and red mohawks. So either way, people would tell them, "Oh yeah, go find the guy with a big red mohawk and beard." And so Jonathan was getting a lot of people looking for me, and I was getting a lot of people looking for him. But we hadn't seen each other for most of the convention, and we finally came around into the vendor hall together and went, "Ah, this is why!" Like, what the? I'm like, yeah, sorry, man.
Well, thankfully at Adepticon, if we're doing those kinds of things with me and Jen, it's like, all right, look for someone wearing purple. That's going to be Jen.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of hair color and shared hairstyles, because we have occasionally overlapped. Jen always is wearing purple, because she looks fabulous in it.
She is. She has a great sense of style.
Yep.
All right, let's melt some stuff here. Mech.
Jen also sent me fabulous masks to wear for when I go outside. There's spiderwebs with death's head moths. So, yeah. No, Greg, I'm not Jen Haley. Jerky pants. Hey, Itchy!
Hey!
How are you doing?
There's a name I haven't seen out in a while.
But nice, a pleasure to see.
Yeah. All right, where did I put glue?
I'm really hoping I get to see you at ReaperCon. I'm hoping that's a thing that'll happen. Probably not, I know.
It's not.
Enough of that. I don't need any more sadness. Trying to have a good day. I'm not photographing anything else today.
All right. Oh, come on.
Not working for you?
Well, I'm not just trying to glue them, but they have a little shape to them, so I'm rotating them in such a way so that those shapes are opposite, so they contain a more unified look, because I can't help but try to get some symmetry out of this, even though it's Orky. There we go. Squeeze. We'll move into it. That's it for a minute. All right, now let's address the question of attacking. Hey, Alan. Good to see you. Yeah, hey, howdy. All right, let's address the question here of how I'm going to do these things. Forward angle. First off, we'll clean up. Am I going to drill that out? Yeah, maybe. I kind of have to. I should use a smaller bit. That's not going to happen. Go. All right. Man, my nose is itchy right now. Do I? I do. I need a pad. I need a paper. I need a felt tippy pen. You'll do, actually. Paper is squared. Oh, I should probably do this for you guys can see this is doing a thing.
Yeah.
Paper is squared. One edge is lined up. I'm going to okay. Keep that. Oh, no, I actually wanted to do this one forward so that that line is on the forward. No, this is. Ah, that's what I wanted to do. That's right. That is better. One of the rulers. There's enough line there. I can trace that down like this. Trace this one over here.
Yeah, too much Prussian green.
Like this. Now I have a guide for cutting my gun. Ta-da! Ooh, coming by between classes too. Wow, thank you. Nice reboot, hopefully.
And some color here. My branch is coming along nicely. It's a mixture of Prussian green, permanent violet brown, and Payne's gray.
Want me to give you some zoom and focus
Nah.
attention? All right.
Fuzzy log is fuzzy log.
Fuzzy log is fuzzy. All right. Fuzzy log, how are they painting you? All right, so now I have my straight line for my gun. Ta-da! And a relevant line, or relative line, by which I can cut. So,
Relatively
take
relevant.
that. Relatively relevant. I will still put this down and tack it in place.
Why oof, Ryan?
Hey kid, is your class finished?
Yep.
Oh, how about that? Folks, this is Seamus. He has finished social studies. I have some oohoo mixed in here. That's hilarious.
What do you mean, oohoo?
It's one of my buddy types. Alright, is this the gun that's ready? That's the gun that's ready. So I will want
There is
to
indeed oohoo in your plasticine.
Woohoo,
put that
woohoo.
right here.
Woohoo.
And because it's small, I'm looking for one of my super tough grabby bits.
Unique tweezers?
Nope. I need something a bit tougher.
What are these?
I'm giving them the clamps. Where do I want to do that? I'm going to do that.
Yeah, like that.
Nope.
Okay, once Mom's is done, it's lunchtime.
Okay. Give it a clip. Hold it in place right there. Turn this around because it's going to work better the other way now.
Papa, stop being a doofus.
I know, I know.
Pops,
I just don't do much of this anymore, buddy. When's the last time you saw me really working on models like this regularly?
Pops, don't snap your fingers.
I take you a lot of fun custom work like this.
See ya.
Which also means I want to turn my clamps around.
See you later, alligator.
Greg, stay safe. We know you're out there as a frontline healthcare provider, man. We appreciate it. And then we sand. And I moved my sandy paper.
Mm-hmm. If you go into my second drawer, there is a hopeless amount of sandpaper.
Oh, I've already got it. Right.
Oh,
Right
okay.
behind me. Just move it. Because I was meant to bring it outside. Smooth that out. And I could just sand him to fit, but I find it's a giant pain in the butt, and I don't want to. I know you're saying, well, Justin, that sure looked like a pain in the butt. However, everything is relative. And, ta-da! I can now plant this anywhere along this line, and it's still going to point straight for me. So they don't even have to be even. That's it. Zoop doop doop doo. Zoop doop doop doo. I should use a ruler like a smart person would. Zoop doop doop doo. That's today's YouTube usage-free tune.
Zoop doop doopy doo. Zoop doop doopy doo.
R. Okay, and a little bit of this action right there. Stay. Stay. Other gun, get in my hand. Is that the correct way? That is the correct way. This is the correct way. This is the correct location.
And for anyone wondering how you get...
Are we taking a break for lunch?
Yes, quite shortly. Yes. Whoop. I was going to say, for anyone wondering how you get some spiffy, imperfect tree bark with watercolor, just care less. It's one of the few times I allow myself to sloppy paint.
Nice.
Let the pigments do what they want.
Alright. Plasticine. But now these two are super ready to go. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so how far back do I want those? I think I actually want those fairly far back because they're
Fairly far back because you're going to have 3 cannons coming out of the middle.
Yeah. I
In
think
the face.
like
With the
that.
cannon in the mouth. So technically 4 cannons.
Like this.
Mm-hmm.
Because then we'll have this one.
Mm-hmm. And then the head.
And then the head one on top of that.
Yep. Yeah.
And we'll do it. Stay ahead. There it is, folks. Oops, sorry.
Super
Take a
Daka.
little zoom and focus. Action. I don't think I'm going to get any better close up. Oh, a little bit. There we go.
Yeah,
so
it's
this is
gonna
the
be
one coming out of the mouth, and then we'll
super
have the little grot pilot back here. Get that one out of the way for the moment.
I'll put the head
So the
back.
grot pilot will be here. Oh. Well, head's a bit tricky because that cannon is much too long.
Well, it currently is.
Ah!
Well, let's take the top off. Just put the cannons back on there.
I should be more gentle. Nope, I want to get the top off. Cannons. Cannons, cannons. Head.
Okay.
Now it just doesn't want to sit. You know what I'm going to do? I know what to do. If only I had
Tack
some
it.
putty.
If only you had some
Ooh.
putty.
And I even have some oohoo right there on the top of it. Arg, arg, arg. So there's some putty. That will go there. Put the guns back. Gun back. This guy back. Because now I can just do that. And this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Not quite. It's 3 on the line again. I know I'm a perfectionist. Here we go. All right. This time for real. We'll get that up to the Book of Faces. Oh yeah, that's going to be great.
Look at that.
All right, so it is time for us to wrap up for lunch. And rather than say, I'm going to do this before I quit, I'm just going to say, thanks for tuning in, folks, because, yeah, it's time for family have lunch. We may or may not be back this afternoon.
Yeah.
We certainly enjoy doing it. We know that you guys are having fun with us, too, so we'd like to come back. So, yeah, stand by, and,
Yeah, hopefully we'll
Yeah.
see you later. Stay safe.
that's it. Yeah, thanks.